Hello, this video is very important for me. In this video I would like to talk about certain structures on the neck that deserve our very special attention, especially for those of us who work with the human body. Recently I went for the facial, not to my student, just for the regular facial in the area where I was. Person worked with my neck with so much pressure, it made me feel so uncomfortable. The women of my age, especially those of us who are in our early 50s, mid 50s, those of us who are going through perimenopause, who are going through menopause, we are very sensitive in this area. We have hot flashes. The neck supplies our brain with the oxygen and the blood flow. We have a jugular vein in the neck. We have a venous angles. We have a vagus nerve. It's such a complex structure that if the person will work with a strong hand on the neck, he was literally trying to break my sternocleidomastoid. It's going to end up in some people in not the best way. So to avoid that, to bring more understanding to the structure of the neck that I felt responsible almost to do, I decided to do this video. We're going to go through very specific points on the neck that we have to work with a very light hand, especially the venous angle for lymphatic drainage purposes has to be done with feather-like hand. But without further ado, let's go through each structure separately. Hopefully it's going to bring more understanding to why we have to be so careful when we work with the human body, and especially the neck. The venous angles, also known as the venous angles of Pirogov, are critical junction points located where the internal jugular vein meets the subclavian vein on both sides of the neck. They are important because lymphatic drainage enters the bloodstream there. They regulate return of the fluid to the heart. These junctions allow filtrated lymphatic fluid to re-enter the bloodstream and return to the heart for circulation. They are delicate and easily disturbed. Pressure or poor technique in this area can block lymphatic flow, cause discomfort, or in rare cases, affect blood return, especially in people with vascular or lymphatic issues. For estheticians and massage therapists, this means these spots are not for deep pressure. Gentle touch and proper drainage direction are essential. The jugular veins run along both sides of the neck and play a vital role in circulation. They are responsible for draining deoxygenated blood from the head, brain, face, and the neck back to the heart, making them the main pathways for blood return from the brain. There are two main parts to jugular veins. The external jugular vein, which runs over the sternocleidomastoid muscle just beneath the skin, and the internal jugular vein, which lies deeper underneath the sternocleidomastoid, running alongside with carotid artery and the vagus nerve within the carotid sheath. As estheticians, we mainly work near the external jugular vein, which is more exposed and sensitive to pressure. Because of its superficial location, even light compression can reduce blood flow or cause discomfort. In rare cases, too much pressure can slow venous return, potentially increasing pressure inside the head, leading to symptoms like headaches, dizziness, nausea, or heavy sensation. Why is it important for aesthetic work? Because we are not just working on the surface. Even when our goal is purely aesthetic, we are in contact with essential structures of the body. That's why mastering the art of gentle, precise touch is so important, not just for the results, but for the safety and well-being of our clients. The vagus nerve is one of the most important nerves in the body. It's part of the parasympathetic nervous system, which controls rest, digestion, and relaxation. It helps to regulate heart rate, breathing, stress response, and calming signals. The vagus nerve runs deep in the neck, inside the carotid sheath, alongside the internal jugular vein and carotid artery. It lies underneath the sternocleidomastoid muscle, not far from where we often glide our hands during neck massage. While we don't directly stimulate the vagus nerve during facial massage, applying too much pressure near its pathway can unintentionally trigger a vasovagal response, especially in sensitive individuals. This can lead to sudden drop in heart rate or blood pressure, dizziness or lightheadedness, and in rare cases, even fainting. And that's why in aesthetic work, it's essential to use gentle, mindful movements over the sides of the neck, especially when working near the deep structures underneath the sternocleidomastoid. Our goal is to encourage relaxation and support circulation, not to overstimulate. A light, respectful touch ensures both beauty and safety for our clients. And even though our work is purely aesthetic, we must remember that we can still cause harm if our techniques are too aggressive. I hope this video helps raise awareness about how essential a light touch is in work with the neck. Our first responsibility is to do no harm, and from that foundation, we can build true, lasting beauty for our clients in the safest way possible.